Welcome to the world of stand-up.
We rolling? Rolling. I've learned. You gotta head right in, man. I talked about it before, so let's head right in. I want to talk about nose jobs. Can we do that? What's funny about nose jobs? If you've never had one, nothing. But if you have had one, everything. And here's the other part. If you haven't had a nose job and you have a shit nose, you're what we call a mouth breather. Just by definition, because and for some reason, there's a lot of them in the South.
I'm a proud Southerner.
A lot of the Southern folk, mouth breathers. And I've come to the conclusion from personal experience that if you have a fucked up nose and you can't breathe properly, your brain doesn't get the oxygen that it needs, and so you're clearly dumber.
You are so dumb.
How do I know this?
You are really dumb.
Because I was dumber. I was a mouth breather. No joke, dude. If you have ever looked at, like, for example, Harrison Ford, like, you look at his nose, it looks like a letter J, okay? And that's what my nose was. It was collapsed on the one side, and the other side I could barely breathe. It was so bad that if you duct taped my mouth shut, I would faint. That's how little of oxygen was getting in to my brain. So I was like, you must have thought I was excited or just coming off of, like, playing, 40 minutes of a basketball game. Like, every time you'd see me, I'm like, not pretty. Anyway, why do I bring up nose jobs? Because a buddy of mine just had one. And, I got the wonderful experience of sharing with him the orgasmic moment of your first breath.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
After a nose job. It's fantastic. Now, why do I bring this up? It's because, like I said, if you don't breathe good, you're not as smart. So if you're listening to this and you haven't got a nose job, just know this. It isn't all cosmetic. I mean, it fixes the hitch in your giddy up or whatever, but it's so you can breathe. So there's a process of having a nose job. What the doc does, they snip across the bottom, that part between your nostrils, and then they yank your nose up and they go in and they rebuild your bridge so you can breathe both sides, and they give you legitimate nostrils. They fix any stuff there. Now, an important factor to remember that, so before you get your nose job, you can't breathe for shit. Then while you're getting your nose job, you can't breathe for shit. And then while you're healing from your nose job, you can't breathe for shit. But there's a moment, like 2-3 days in, you go back for the doctor's checkup, and they remove these stents out of your nose, and before the goopity goop starts dripping down into your throat and back into your nose, it's about 60 to 90 seconds. You can breathe like you'll be able to once it heals. And because you've been a mouth breather the whole time, it's fucking glorious, dude. Like, it's an orgasm for the nose. It's that much air coming in your thing. And I warned my buddy about this. I'm like, dude, that's the part you don't know. Like, he's like stoked that his nose isn't going to look like he's some fucking troll. Or he's like, Nanny McPhee when she's not pretty or whatever. Like, she's just. So I'm like, dude, get ready for that moment. Because I wanted him prepared. And he called me about it. He's like, dude, that moment when you breathe, fucking A. I'm like, I know. I told you, bro. Don't be a mouth. You're not a mouth breather anymore. So, why do I bring this up? Because it's more of a PSA. It's like, actually, I'll just make it a PSA. Friends, do you breathe good? And if not, is it because you have a deviated septum or something fucked up with your beak? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's totally manly and okay to go get a Rhino Plasty. Which, by the way, Rhino Plasty is the best name ever for a nose job because rhinos. Go get a rhinoplasty because what will happen is you'll be able to breathe. And here's the thing. If your nose is able to breathe and able to take in the glorious raw dog air unmasked right up into your dome, you know what it does? It makes you smarter. And if we've looked around this world at all in the last couple years, you know what we have plenty of? A bunch of idiots. You know what we need more of? Smart people. So my friends, I encourage you to go fix your nose. My name is Bryce Prescott, and I approve this message. By the way, same guy that got the nose job. To prove, before he got his nose job, this is proof that he was a fucking mouth breather. He called me excited that him and his fiance were going to get matching tattoos.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Because nothing ensures the viability of your impending marriage like matching fucking tattoos. Like, hey, how show me you'll be divorced without showing me you'll be divorced. You know what I mean? It's like, well, here's my wife's, well, it was going to be my wife's name on my fucking wrist. Yeah. He did that. Who does that? I thought by now that was something that we just knew. That if you want to keep your relationship and you want to be happy in that relationship, don't put each other's names on there. And don't even get cutesy with like, I have like this little thing here and then she has this. No. Fucking leave it alone. Yes, producer.
What is worse, getting a tattoo of your fiance's name before getting married, or getting a vasectomy to be able to propose to her before?
Well, he asked what's worse, getting a tattoo before you're married or getting a vasectomy before you're married. Per her request. Now, as somebody that has enjoyed the benefits of a vasectomy, I'm all for him, dude. Fucking snippity snip sip, dude. There's too many kids, man. We don't need more kids. Okay. They say children are the future. That's a bunch of bullshit, dude. Have you seen this crop we're dealing with right now? They're not the future or nothing, dude. Like, they're going to be living at home till they're fucking 40, okay? So if those kids are going to be having kids now, like, it's not I'm fine with the snip. If she doesn't want to snip, the way you follow that up is if the guy has any money or anything. Say, cool, just a little prenup too. I'll give you the snippity snip. I'm keeping my shit. And then you'll see her true intentions. Yeah. So here's the part that sucks for my mouth breather friend that made the critical error. He can breathe now. So his ability to process decisions and to see multiple angles of the results of said decisions is magnified by a lot now because his brain has all the air that it needs because he could fucking breathe. So I'm sure that many tears of regret will be shed. We'll see where it goes with the marriage. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's fucking it. That's all I got. Let's do this. Fucking mouth breathing and everything. Who said we talk about anything that's coherent? I mean, it was coherent. We're not mouth breathers around here. I can raw dog all that air that I want. Anyway, guys, this is stand up, whatever. See ya.